Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, I'll take a look at one of the most popular weapons on the rise currently, and that is the RAM-7. This is currently the third most popular assault rifle behind only the Amax and Kilo. A lot of people have learned this is one of the fastest killing guns in the game, and it's highly accurate with top tier bullet velocity, which is why it's one of the most popular weapons. We're going to showcase what is the best overall class setup, and then break down those attachments to give you guys that best class setup, and then compare this gun in the time to kill category versus all the other weapons in the game. So if you guys are anything new that video does help you out, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel down below if you guys are new to the channel. So the first thing I want to obviously take a look at is always going to be the best class setup. The thing with this gun is extremely limited. It only has one ammo type. And then obviously Commando foregrip VLK is always going to give you the best overall recoil and accuracy for a modern warfare weapon. And with the barrel, the Ranger barrel is the only barrel to use because it improves your recoil like significantly on this gun and helps give you a very good overall range. So the base class setup is very simple and easy. Obviously not much variety. The only difference here is you can run a hollow sight or the Ranger foregrip. But we're going to break down the differences between the optics and the grips to showcase which one's best. The one thing I wanted to focus on most was why this is a top meta weapon. And that is because of the amount of guns that it kills faster than and the guns that kill faster than it. So on the screen, you guys can see the 7 guns that kill faster than the RAM, their time to kill with their range. With the overall guns that are faster, 4 of those are SMGs. So as soon as they hit their base range and they drop off with this either 20 or 10 meters, the RAM-7 will now kill faster. And then of the 3 guns that are assault rifles, the RAM has the most range out of all 4 of those weapons, which once those guns again drop off, the RAM-7 now kills faster. So that is what makes the gun top tier. It kills almost as fast as every gun with more range, which is what makes it excellent. So all those guns drop off from that second damage drop off to 42 meters. The RAM-7's faster. So it's hard to find a gun that's faster than it. And with the bullet velocity it has, which I think is the 3rd highest in the game, your time to kill at the 42 meters is going to be less than all these other weapons as well with the best bullet velocity. So this is, in my opinion, is what makes it excellent. What I want to take a look next is the guns that it kills faster than, and then I want to compare it head to head directly versus the Amax to show you guys why this is a meta weapon and why you guys should be using it. So on the screen again, now you guys will see all the guns that the RAM-7 is faster than. With the top is all the ARs and LMGs, and on the bottom is obviously all the SMGs. So this is what makes it meta. The LC-10 and MAC-10 are 2 of the most popular SMGs in the game, and it kills faster than both of them with almost double the range. So that is what makes the gun godly. And then on the top, all of the LMGs and ARs that are currently meta in the top 25 in use. It kills faster than every single one of them. Then obviously in the red is going to be the Cold War ARs that have lower range than the gun. So it kills faster than every Cold War AR and then has more range than every one of those guns. So as soon as those guns drop off, the RAM-7 is still faster, and they now kill even slower than that of the RAM. And this is why the gun is meta. And I think a lot of players are starting to 100% switch over. Like I said, with this time to kill having the 3rd highest bullet velocity in the game, it retains that bullet velocity. And that bullet velocity helps retain the time to kill over a distance better than a majority of these weapons, which is why it's meta. So we're going to take a look on the screen now is the overall time to kill versus the Amax. And what you guys will see on the screen is the base time to kill. This is with 100% chest shots with the Amax and the RAM. The big benefit of the RAM is it has a 23 damage in the mid-range, which is the M4 and the Growl. Both have been nerfed in Warzone to go down to 22, which makes them take 1 more shot to kill. So even in the mid-range, the RAM-7 is still one of the fastest killing guns because it has a little bit higher damage than the other 5.56 ammo. And then, like I said, in its base range, it's still 560, which is faster than pretty much every gun. And so it's a very good killing weapon, time to kill-wise. And with the Amax being the most popular weapon, the Amax requires 100% chest shots in the second and the base range. So on the screen is the more reflective chart of your actual time to kill with the Amax. And then when you factor in the overall bullet velocity being only about 1,000 meters a second, the RAM-7 has 33% better bullet velocity with a better range. And on the hypothetical with the Amax, you're getting 1 limb or 1 toe or 1 leg shot, even a stomach shot. The time to kill of the RAM-7 is identical, and then a little bit better if you factor in the bullet velocity in the base range. So this is what makes the gun extremely competitive, is it's directly competing with the Amax in time to kill, when you look at the more practical time to kill, not the base time to kill, just all chest shots. And then you factor in that bullet velocity. Once again, like I said, it definitely 100% is competing against the Amax as being one of the most meta weapons. So the RAM-7 does have a unique attachment, which is the Cronin 2x2. It does have a 4x zoom, which the VLK is technically, I think, 2.7. So it does zoom in a lot. And we're going to take a look next is the best optic. We're going to compare the combat hollow sight with the blue dot, which is obviously extremely popular, versus the VLK and the Cronin 2x2. So what you guys will see on the screen now is obviously the recoil of those three attachments. And then as far as on the bottom of the screen, you'll see the chart of the ADS speed versus the actual recoil improvement. The one thing I tested this 3 different times. The combat hollow had either the same recoil or worse vertical recoil than that of the base weapon with no optic. And then horizontal wise gave a minimal improvement. So when you factor in both numbers together, it had about equal recoil, if not worse recoil in my testing. I still don't know why the hollow is popular. Yes, I understand it has a fast ADS, but the recoil improvement you get with the VLK was about 10% improvement as far as versus the base weapon with no optic. And your ADS speed with the VLK on the RAM-7 was actually one of the worst for Modern Warfare. I think is the worst gun. It gets like a 25% slower ADS by adding the VLK on there, which was the worst out of any gun in the game, which is a huge negative. But it does improve your recoil the most. And the Cronin 2x2 has the same ADS, doesn't improve the recoil as much vertically, and a little bit better horizontally. So the horizontal is actually the tightness of the spread. So your bullets all the way to the right to all the way to the left is the horizontal, how much tightness in the spread there is. The VLK is 100% the only optics used, a 10% improvement in your overall recoil while giving you like a 4 to 5 frames slower ADS, which you definitely will notice. But the overall recoil improvement when stacked with the Commando and the Ranger is 100% going to help you. Then the next thing was the grips, because I do know a lot of people do like the Ranger, and after you see the stats, the Ranger does give you better recoil than the Commando. As far as what recoil control actually does is it shrinks your overall recoil. So with the Commando, it just tightens it. The recoil control shrinks it, so it pulls less to the left and right and less vertically, which helps your overall recoil pattern to be tighter. With the Commando, it helps your bullets to not stray as far off. So on the screen, you guys will see once again the recoil pattern of the Commando and the Ranger. The one biggest difference you'll see here is the ADS speed is significantly faster with the Commando than the Ranger, which at being almost 500 milliseconds in ADS speed with the Ranger is almost LMG level, which is pretty much terrible, which is why I don't recommend the Ranger. But like I said, it did have a better overall recoil. The recoil control, your horizontal was about 20% better. The vertical was about the same as the Commando, which the Commando actually had better vertical recoil as far as it reduced it more, which was surprising to me. But you can see on the far right, you got about 13.5% improvement recoil-wise with the Commando, while getting 17.5% improvement recoil-wise with the Ranger. And obviously with the Ranger, you get a faster strafe speed, faster movement speed by 1%, strafe speed is like 5% better. Minimal differences. The big factor though was the ADS category is 15% slower than that of the Commando, which you 100% will notice, which will 100% factor into your ability to track players at a longer distance. But yes, it 100% helped your recoil. So when you take a look at those two optics and you add those two numbers together, the biggest factor for me, which I noticed, is if you're trying to build your best class setup and you prefer the hollow sight, due to the fact that the Ranger lowers your ADS more than the Commando and the hollow sight improves your ADS better than the VLK, I would recommend using the hollow with the Ranger, because it's going to give you, in my opinion, a better recoil together and then a faster ADS together versus like the hollow and Commando or the VLK and Ranger. These two are better together than the other way. So that is the one class setup I do recommend. But like I said, VLK and Commando is 100% the best and only way to build this gun. And 100%, like I said, the number one tip I have is to mount with this weapon. It's 100% going to make the biggest overall difference. I think I have a clip, which I wish I could find, but I killed someone like 248 meters away while mounted with this gun in like the top 10 of the game, because like this gun just shreds at the long distance with that bullet velocity and mounted. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it helps you build a better class setup. The one final thing I did want to make a mention of, this gun isn't assault rifle. The ammo, not the ammo, the attachments are limited. I've seen a lot of people try running with this gun using like the SMG style setup with it because it kills really fast. So if you put like the 5-mult laser stacked with like a stipple grip to give you a faster sprint to fire, and ran like the operated grip or something like that, whatever SMG style setup you would run, I 100% don't recommend it. At that point, your sprint to fire, your stray speed, your movement speed is still gonna be slower than SMG. It's going to have better range and better time to kill, but you're losing the overall recoil improvement. So your mobility is not as good in SMG, and your recoil is about the same while just having better range. So in my opinion, after the PPSH buff, if you're comparing this to a gun, this would be the Bullfrog. The SMG version of the Ram will not beat the Bullfrog as an SMG, so that's why I don't recommend it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If it did help you out to learn something new, please leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and if you guys are new to the channel, hit the red subscribe button down below and join the Trap Squad. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you.